Hi everyone. This is a demo of an Agentic SRE platform built using ClickHouse Agentic Data Stack. Our application is a standard open telemetry demo application with 20 plus microservices that are sending telemetry, logs, traces, metrics into ClickHouse via ClickStack collector. Our application is standard shopping cart website, shopping website which allows user to purchase products. And as we browse through the products and purchase them, it creates the metrics, traces, and logs and sends them into ClickHouse. This is ClickHouse Cloud UI. You can see multiple services in my organization. We can browse the data that is landing into ClickHouse, the logs and the traces. We can also see the same data using a purpose-built agentic, purpose-built observability UI, which is called ClickStack. ClickStack gives you various observability features such as searching, alerting, chart capability, and ability to create dashboards. It offers out-of-the-box dashboards. You can see various services within our application here, and the database database dashboards as well. So you can see all the queries that are going in, and there apparently are no errors. Service map shows you how every service is connected and how these services communicate with each other. We can also view the same data using our ClickHouse Agents, which is built using LibreChat, which is a fully open source agentic platform. Now here we've configured multiple MCPs, which will allow our SRE agent to communicate with ClickStack written data in ClickHouse and find out errors if there are any. So to begin with, I'll ask, are there any errors in the application in the last 15 minutes? The agent quickly uses multiple tools via ClickStack MCP. So this particular tool calls are the tools provided by ClickStack MCP. And apparently there's no problem in the application. Now we go back to the application and turn on the fault injection flags, which will create multiple errors or various payments to fail. So let me browse the application and create some telemetry. As you can see, I've configured an alert in ClickStack. It sends me an alert. I have a link back into the health dashboard. This is the health dashboard inside ClickStack. It shows that there are 12 checkout errors. You can browse from one dashboard to the other if you click a link dashboard, a link widget. So here we're going to navigate into the error dashboard, which is purpose-built for error investigation. You can see the card auth and payment processor services have an error. Here is the full stack trace of the call chain that has been made during the payment. We have multiple ways to investigate using ClickStack. First one is AI notebooks or notebooks, which allow you to run your investigation using a simple prompt. Here I ask, can you please investigate spike in the error in the last 5 minutes? This uses the LLM capability in ClickHouse Cloud, ClickStack Cloud, and runs through various queries using the MCP tools behind it. As you can see, it is fetching data in different ways to correlate the logs and traces and metrics. And there you go. This is an RCA. Because we have injected that fault, we know that this fault is only applicable to the gold member users of our application. And it shows you exactly where the problem has occurred. And this is the card auth service, which is causing that issue. Now, this was all done with a single prompt. We can achieve the same results using the Agentic SRE capability within the LibreChat. So if I navigate to the agent platform that we were using before and ask a similar question, can you please investigate error in the last 10 minutes and tell me, or perform a root cause analysis. One of the cool thing about LibreChat is it can present the finding in a visual way using the artifacts capability. So this is what I've indicated, that when you run the investigation, perform a visual analysis and present a dashboard. Again, the agent is using the ClickStack MCP to pull the traces and logs related to our application, specifically the services that we were interested in that have errors. and it was able to present or come up with the root cause, which looks pretty much the same, that 66 of 71 gold member charges were failing. So it looks like this fault is scoped or only applicable for gold members, and it's the fault in the card auth. As I was saying, it can present the finding in the visual way. You can see that it is creating a dashboard, which is a capability that allows you to interact with the data that agent used for investigating. Here you can see gold has all the errors, and also it has created a tab for propagation chain that tells you exactly where the code is failing. Now, with one single prompt, you are able to extract all those details and visualize them on demand. Now, from here, I'm going to communicate with my team and tell them the story about the problem and the RCA that we have just run. There's an Slack MCP configured within this agent. So as soon as I tell it to send a message to the channel, it will send this message, and my team is now aware of what is the RCA of the problem. Now, from here on, we could potentially go into the code. So I'm going to let my team know that I'm going to continue further investigating and finding through, what code base has created this problem. Now I'll go back to my agent and ask, can you analyze the code base? Because again, the third MCP that we have here is GitHub MCP. So as soon as I tell it the name of the repo, it is able to go fetch the right code, which is the card auth service. And it's going to find this, the exact line of code that could be causing this problem. So there you go. There is that code path that is causing these problems. And it was able to exactly find that this code is not a bug. It's basically a fault injection. So if you read the fix at the end, it is saying it is chaos failure injection driven by config. Here I am saying, perfect, can you inform the team? So what it is going to do, under the same thread that it has first shared the RCA under, it is going to reply to the same thread and attach the new finding about the code in there. So this way, with the quick prompt, we were able to investigate an issue, perform an analysis, inform our team, and then also understand the code base or the code path that created this problem. So thank you for watching the demo.